on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
A lot of guys love sitting here, Mike, and nitpicking his game. And I would agree, some of it is fair criticism. But there's one thing you can't deny. This guy is electric with the ball in his hands. One of the best open field runners, regardless of position, in the entire league. But for him to take the next step and develop as a quarterback, he needs to match that arsenal that he has with his legs and develop a little bit more in the traditional passing game with his arm. If he's able to do that, they're not only going to have a chance to win here today, but they're going to win for a long time in the future.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Now it's a bootleg with Fields. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They go play action with Fields. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Quick throw on target to Pickens. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Play action now for Fields. It is brought in the end zone. Then Jefferson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, two-time regular season MVP, three-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC, Greg.
Mike, we could do an entire broadcast of what makes his game so special and so unique. Not only the wins, the losses, the arm talent, the fun throws, but it's his level of competitive nature. It's his ability that his team is never out. It doesn't matter what's going on at the offensive line, what's going on the defensive side of the ball. You know that as long as he's lined up under center, as long as he is in your huddle, you have a chance for greatness every single week, and the reality is not every team can say that. So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Play action here. Mahomes. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
First down throw, Mahomes. He keeps it himself. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, KC.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Play fake. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And He has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
The Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. So after one, 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. On 2nd down, a run with Harris. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st down, Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Fields operating out of the pistol. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He is in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will start on the ground, and the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Down the field, he's got Kelsey. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Piron.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's now 14-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. This one complete to Hayward. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. This one intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Second down, it's Fields. And he finds his tight end Freiermuth. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
This one caught at the 4. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Harris. Good blocking, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
First and 10 now from the 36. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Into the hands of Juju. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Mahomes. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They go play action with Mahomes. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Austin now to return this. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's brought in right side by Pickens. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Throwing is Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Another run here with Harris. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Fields now to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Harris. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A run with Harris. Not much happening there, just a short game. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Here's Harris. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. On the give, it's Harris.
Harris, the ball carrier. George Karlaftis on the stop. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Yeah! And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say.